Hello. So today we're gonna talk about all the books I got in November and December. So here I have all the physical books, but I think I bought one ebook. I think. Only one. Yeah. So in total 12 books to talk about, so let's just jump into it. Let me put the books on the side because otherwise I will not survive this. If you do wonder how I keep track of all the books I buy, whatever, it's just that I use Trello. No, this is not sponsored or whatever. You say Trello or whatever. It's just that that's the way I prepare all my videos. So I put an ad, I name the name of the video, whatever. I put all the titles in it, and that's how I keep track. So book haul, November, December, blah, blah, blah. So the first book I got, because yes, I put them in order, so I know I can tell you exactly what happened there. So the first one is, where is it? The first one was actually a pre-order, and it is Nine House by Leigh Bardugo. This is on my TBR for January, and I've already read it because I was buddy reading it. Then I was so into it that I totally forgot about the buddy read. I'm such a bad person. I really enjoyed it. It's 4 stars for me. It could be like a 3.5, a high 3.75 or whatever. I really enjoyed the writing style. I mean, it's Leigh Bardugo, but I really enjoyed the story. Even if it made me think, don't get mad, about like Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I really did enjoy it, but this is not a wrap-up, so I should not talk more about it. But basically, this is the story of a girl who's gonna go... This is a fantasy book, an adult one, but it has some thriller mystery in it, I want to say. And one day she's gonna find a body of a girl, and she's gonna be like, okay, this is not normal, this is not natural. She was killed by maybe one of the societies, you know, at the university, and she's gonna go into some kind of like investigation or whatever. But this is in a world full of magic, etc. So I really enjoyed it. So yeah, that was my first book of the 2 months, November, December, if I make any sense. Then I got Frostheart by Jamie Littler. I haven't read that one. I was supposed to read it for the Believe-a-thon by Gavin, and this is a middle grade. I want to say fantasy, power fantasy, because it has snowflakes, etc, etc on the cover. I really love the cover, by the way, like this. I really do love it. So it's a middle grade, I said it. Far out in the coldest part of the monster-infested Snow Sea, Ash waits for his missing parents with only his grumpy Yeti garden for company. But when an accident reveals that Ash has amazing magical powers, he is whisked aboard the Frostheart, an explorer's fleet with a daring crew who needs his help. But when an accident reveals that Ash has amazing magical powers, he is whisked aboard the Frostheart, an explorer's fleet with a daring crew who need his help. Can they help Ash master his new powers and find his family? So I'm really excited about this one. I feel like it's going to be a fast read, very adventurous. It's going to be perfect for the autumn, actually, so in February. Yep. Oh my gosh, my bad. This is actually my October, November, December book haul, and not only November and December. That's why, because the next book was actually There Will Come a Darkness by Katie Rose Poole, and I'm like, yeah, but I got that book, but I'm not sure I got it in October. I think because I have 2 other books here that I got in Unplugged Book Box. So this is YA fantasy, I think. I don't think it is an adult, and I forgot what it was about again. Oh yeah, I remember. It has to do with civilization totally disappearing, or maybe like the 7 prophets, and before they disappeared they left like some kind of secret prophecy, and the secret prophecies was, it was foretelling an age of darkness and the birth of a new prophet who could be the world's salvation or the cause of its destruction. Okay, so we have a prince exiled from his kingdom, a ruthless killer known as the Pale Hand, a once faithful leader torn between his duty and his heart, a reckless gambler with the power to find anything or anyone, and a dying girl on the verge of giving up. So yeah, I was so intrigued in it, so let me know if you read it or not. I will be curious to know what you thought of it. Then another book I got from Unplugged Book Box, this is Beyond the Black Door. It has to do with people being able to visit people's cell when they're sleeping, and actually the girl is doing that with her mother, and every time she does that she sees a red door, and her mother keeps telling her, don't open that door, don't go there, blah blah blah. But one day, I mean, she's gonna do it, I think, because apparently the door is calling her. She can hear some kind of whispers, so the door is like whispering her name kind of thing. So I'm really curious. It sounds amazing, so yeah. And the last book I got from Unplugged Book Box is actually Songs from the Deep by Kelly Powell. It has to do with sirens, but I'm not sure. I kind of forgot what it was about. Moria Alexander has always been fascinated by the deadly sirens who lurk along the shores of her island town. Even though their haunting sounds can lure anyone to a swift and watery grave, she gets as close to them as she can, playing her violin on the edge of the enchanted sea. When a young boy is found dead on the beach, the islanders assume that he's one of the siren's victims. Moira isn't so sure. Certain that someone has framed the sirens for the boy's death, Moira convinces her childhood friend, the lighthouse keeper Jude Osric, to help her find the real killer, rekindling their friendship in the process. With townspeople itching to hunt the sirens down, and with their own secrets threatening to unravel their fragile new alliance, Moira and Jude must race against time to stop the killer before it's too late for humans and sirens alike. So, and the cover is actually gorgeous. Gorgeous. Then I got Winterwood by Shea Earnshaw. It has to do with a winterwood that apparently is bad, and stay away from the dark wood. Be careful of the dark wood. She also wrote Deepest Skip, what's the name of the book again? Wicked Deep, sorry, and it was very atmospheric, I loved it so much. So I really hope this one will be as atmospheric as the other one, that it will be as enchanting as the other one, that I will be so engrossed in the story. So I really cannot wait to read it, especially because this is our January and February pick for the Howling Pack reading club, so book club, whatever. So I'm really intrigued. I really want to read that one. It's not a chunky book for one, so thanks Merlin. And yeah, the cover is gorgeous, and even the book, like, naked, I don't know how she managed to do that for every single of her books. I mean, the two I have, but these are amazing. Then we got this book, so Girls of Storm and Shadow by Natasha Engen. This is actually the sequel to Girls of Paper and Fire, so the same kind of covers with the spread edges, because it was a Freeloot special edition. So I got their Freeloot special edition of the sequel as well, and apparently there was a problem with the cover, because the cover, I mean, the book was actually sold to other bookstores, etc., which wasn't supposed to happen. So they're gonna send us a unique new cover to apologize for that, but that's not Freeloot's fault. This is I think it's Hooder and Stockton, you know, the production house or whatever. And yeah, I got the sequel because I got the book there and I enjoyed it. It was a 3 stars though for me, because I was very disappointed in the fact that it was very predictable, a bit too cheesy for me. This is basically a world about paper girls going to the castle to serve the master, the king kind of thing, because you have the paper girls, the paper cast, I think you have the silver cast and the moon cast, if I remember well, and the silver cast is like humans with animal ears or tails or whatever, and then you have the moon cast, which are actually human who exactly look like animals kind of thing. Actually, the paper girls are gonna get picked, 10 or 11, I cannot remember, and they're gonna go to the castle to serve the king sexually. Yeah, so it was a bit, yeah, it's so weird to say that it was actually cheesy. See the theme. My phone, sorry. A reminder that I need to take my medication. So you can tell it's actually 8 p.m. by the time I'm filming this. Whatever. So I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so it's weird to say that there's a cheesy because of the theme, you know, sexual slave kind of thing, but it was a bit too predictable for me, but at the end there is a very sassy owl that I cannot wait to see again, so I'm excited for that one. The book is gorgeous, so I was like, yeah, hell yes, I'm gonna get that book. So yeah, hopefully it's good and better than the first one, or at least not less better, less good. Then I got The Winter of the Witch by Catherine Arden, which is actually the sequel to The Bear and the Nightingale and The Girl in the Tower. I've read that one. I haven't read that one, so I really should read that one. Or maybe it's gonna be for the Peloton or whatever. But what I love about the books is that they are super floppy. And the reason why I got the third one only now is that because it was only available as a hardcover and as another edition, whatever. But I wanted the same floppy version of it. It is YA fantasy. It has to do with Russian folklore, etc. It's wintry. I really loved the first book. It was so magical, and I felt like I was going back home kind of thing, because in ex-Yugoslavia we have some of the stories are similar to ours, so I really enjoyed it. And you know, it's kind of magical. It has childhood stories and childhood stuff that we were told as kids, and I really enjoyed the first book, so I cannot wait to dive into the sequel and the third one. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen at one point. Then I got A Starside by Brandon Sanderson, which is a sequel to Skyward. Yeah, Skyward. Sci-fi, YA, sci-fi. I loved the first book. So the first book, actually the second one is thinner than the first one, but the first one is like almost 500 pages. The pages are actually thick, so it's like a little over 500 pages. I've read it in no time. I was just eating that book, and I really hope the sequel is gonna be as good, but I've heard only good things, so I cannot wait. And if I remember well, because I've read so many books this year, this is a story of a girl who actually lives, you know, in a sci-fi world or whatever. And the best you can do is actually becoming a pilot. But apparently she cannot become a pilot because her father actually escaped when he was supposed to help his people. So he was told to be a coward and he disappeared. So she's not allowed to actually become a pilot, because if he did that, maybe she's gonna do that. And they put a lot of money and energy into training those future pilots against a civilization, aliens that they are trying to kill. So the aliens are outside Earth and they are trying to kill the humans on the planet or whatever, so they are like hiding underground kind of thing. And the best you can do is become a pilot, because it's like the most important thing, because you are actually fighting against the aliens, you trying to help us survive kind of thing. So it's really what she wants to do, but she cannot be really one, but until something happens and blah blah blah. But it's so, I loved it so much. I know it's so much more than what I just said, but it's just like, wow. I was really surprised. So I cannot wait to actually read the Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. You know, that series. I have the 3 first books, and I'm just like, I want to read them. They're chunky, like over 600-700 pages. I don't know, chunky. But I really hope that if the writing style is the same and the style in general is the same, I'm gonna just love them. And I need more sci-fi in my life, like that's just insane. But yeah, moving on to the 2 last books. So we have here Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. No, that's the one. And the Philosopher's Stone. So I got the 2 illustrated editions from my parents. So I really cannot wait to reread Harry Potter in that format, because it's just like, it's just gorgeous. Let me pick, like, oh my gosh, yeah, of course I had to find him. Oh my gosh, this is just like, the illustrations are just that amazing that you want to reread and reread and reread the book endlessly kind of thing. Oh, Dumbledore, he's here. It's just too gorgeous to be even true. Oh my gosh, I just wanna re-dive into that story and never get out of it, never leave Hogwarts kind of thing. And yeah, I just want to do that, but that's not possible, unfortunately. But I'm gonna get the third one and the fourth one in the upcoming months. I want to say days, but no, better months, because I need my money. But yeah, that's it. Well, so that's all the books I got. I don't feel it's a lot of 3 months. It's okay. Oh no, I forgot one. So the last one is actually The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I'm not sure how you pronounce her name. Everyone is saying it differently, which is funny. I got that book. So at first I wanted to get the book. I didn't know if I would get like the paperback, the hardcover, and you have 2 different versions. I guess it's like the UK and the American cover. I asked you to pick one, and you picked that one that you see on the picture, and then was like, okay, but maybe I should get the ebook. So I actually got the ebook. I don't know if the audiobook is actually on script. Let me check that, because if it's on script, it could be even better, because it's gonna be my read for actually 2 book clubs. They are so I think it's read, rate, review. So it was the quarterly book club, and now it's the bi-monthly book club with a G and others. And then the other one is the Accio book club. So I'm reading that one for that one as well. I'm reading that one for that one as well. Wow. But yeah, let me check if we have... Oh, I think we do have it. And we do have it as an audiobook. That's amazing. And I got the ebook. Why did I buy the ebook if there is... Never mind. So I'm gonna probably listen to it, because yeah, why not? I want to listen to more audiobooks. But yeah, that's it. Let me know also if you've read any of the books I'm planning on reading, if you like them or not. Let me know, what did you buy this past few months, couple months, 3 months, whatever, recently. What was your most recent purchase? And yeah, talk to me in the comment section as usual. But yeah, well, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to be a part of the pack. Talk to me in the comment section as usual. And until next time, take care, wolves. Bye.